Your mom's been quite an influence on you, hasn't she?
Yeah, well, she was the sole parent, of course, and she was absent because she had to work. So I did a lot of parenting to myself. I did a lot. I engaged in a lot of mental activity to kind of fill the void which children will do, and I had radio to listen to. But she was very conscious of language, as was her father. The Irish have that to a great degree. Some do, some don't. But it's kind of a generalization, but it's true. It's an Irish trait, language. And gift of gab. My father had it, my mother had it. So it was natural for me to have that, and then she reinforced it. These things have to be reinforced as well, and she reinforced it in me.
You actually revealed your life's plan in what, were you 11 years old?
Yeah, when I was 11, was fifth grade. In Sister Nina's class, we were assigned to write an autobiography. I think fifth grade is about time to look back on your life. So, part of the autobiography was the last page, and that page was what I'm going to be. And I said, I want to be either an actor, comedian, imitator, announcer, or something like that. So there it was, right in front of everyone. And there was a nice amalgam. You can tell that the thing I wanted most was attention. That was really what that sentence was all about. Ain't I cute, ain't I clever, look at me.
Well, one of the good things about the 70s, you released those albums that most people hear on XM Comedy all the time. FM and AM, Class Clown, Occupation Fool, yeah. Toledo Window Box.
Yes.
In fact, I believe it was, I don't know if you know, but it was yesterday or this week is the 25th anniversary of
you told
Class
me that.
Clown. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice to know. Those were 4 gold albums. I had 4 gold albums in a row, 72, 3, 4, and 5. And then I had a couple after that weren't gold. That was what I call the Little David years, Little David Records,
right.
Owned by Flip Wilson and his manager, who then became my manager, and I was signed to the label. And that was the thing. You see, you need a way, if you're going to do, quote unquote, material that should be uncensored, I hate this designation, adult, or X-rated or something, but if you're going to do realistic spoken word art, if you're going to get a mass audience, you need a medium. And the medium at that time was records.
Right.
You certainly couldn't do it on television. That was commercial, and they didn't allow that kind of language or those ideas if it was just the ideas that were dangerous to them. So I got my mass audience through the records. The records fed the box office at the college concerts. The college concerts fed the record sales, and it went around. Plus, you do some television and talk about both. I'll be in Buffalo, I'll be in Toronto, and I'll be in Niagara Falls. And by the way, FM and AM, but she did it a little more gracefully than that. So the whole thing worked. Then I ran out of record career. You can't be the hot new guy in town forever.
Right.
You can't be the fastest gun because a faster gun is coming to town in a few years. So my record career began to kind of wane in the 70s, as did the counterculture. The disco came into play, and the people who are the true hippies and the true radicals, they kind of retreated to the hills, and the other ones went and got MBAs and stuff like that. And there I was, sort of not knowing who I was and who I should become, to be true to myself. So I drifted a while, and that's when cable started. That's when HBO started at 75 or 76, and I got on there in 77. And now I've done 13 of them. That's my way of reaching the mass audience.
You're going to be celebrating 70 next month?
That's right, May, yeah.
Wow. 70 years old. Now, 50 years in show business, when I was doing some research, I thought, how often do you speak to somebody who's worked with Ed Sullivan and Keanu Reeves? That's quite a...
Yeah.
Who's more fun, by the way?
Keanu is really fun on the set with Alex Winter. I was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure with the two of them. And then the sequel, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Right.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. They were very strange, but well, they would never calm down until they call for action on a shot. They would clown and kid around and play grab ass and everything right up until the last second, and then it would be like and action, and suddenly they would be in the scene. And it threw me because I was trying to be an actor. I was trying to be serious about what I had to do.
Right.
And I'd have to just stand there and kind of like keep my mind on my first line, because I'm not a trained actor.
Oh, have you ever thought about when this is going to end, when you're going to retire?
Oh, no, I don't mind being asked that. No, it's like I say, the artist is never satisfied. If you're beginning to be satisfied, something's wrong with you. If you pardon this highfalutin, terminology, I'm talking about the artist part. Pablo Casals, the great cellist, master of the cello of the last century, one of the outstanding musicians of the last century. He was in his 90s, and he was still doing a few recitals. And he would practice 3 hours a day. He practiced his cello 3 hours a day. And someone said to him at some point, they said, Master Casals, you are a past master. You are the maestro. Why, at your age, do you bother practicing 3 hours a day? And he said, well, I'm beginning to notice some improvement. And that's the answer. Why stop?
Leave us with what you would put on your gravestone. What's your epitaph supposed to read?
He was here just a minute ago.
George Carlin.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.